Hello everyone and welcome to another update on Airlinesim campaign we have started with Mosser in Mozambique. Now this one will be a short one as I don't have much to say, although there are some significant changes you guys might want to know about. So let's start by doing some numbers. Because it's almost it's Thursday now. Let's look at the numbers for the last week because we haven't gotten over that last time. Well, actually we did, but not all the numbers were in. So as you can see, we served less airports in the last week. Only 16. Before it was 19. We cancelled some of the unprofitable routes. However, we had more operated flights. We have 507 compared to 405 in the 22nd week of year 2013. Our overall revenue has went way up by over a third. And we increased our revenue per flight by 7,000 to 7,117 by 6.61%. As far as the passengers are concerned, we had no cargo revenue again, as we have only small airplanes that are unable to carry cargo. The interesting thing is that we offered about a third more seats, over 24,000, and we transported over 20,000 and a half passengers. So that means we had a seat factor of over 84%, which is kind of good for our location. But our revenue per passenger has slightly fallen, which is quite normal. It will go up when we get some true long-haul flights. Now, with that said, this is our current route map I wanted to show you. This is Airlinesim route map tool that was coded by one of the players. You can see it engulfs all of the short, long, and medium haul flights. You can see our main markets are Mozambique and South Africa. We are flying to Angola and Nigeria and Kenya, and I have recently started flights to Tanzania. I'm gonna show you that in a moment. Now, as let's see the income statement. Our current value of the company has increased. You can see that we made significant profit last week, about as much as I expected. The margin was 10%, which is nothing great, but Mozambique is not an easy place to play in. We increased our revenue, you already know that. However, we increased our fuel, passenger handling fees, and every expenses you can think about. Miscellaneous expenses went down though, because we haven't done much and we had no depreciation of flight equipment, nor did we have to pay some extra training. That's good. I expect about the same or slightly higher profit this week. We'll see. What I did is that, as I announced before, we have gotten an extra ATR 52 500, and that one is now flying to Durban. So all of the Durban flights are now operated by our ATR. I didn't add any extra new flights. It's still 4, because you can see that the planes are not flying full, and we are getting some small extra capacity of 2 passengers per flight by the new plane. However, still I think that we will be doing better. Let's check this flight and the original flight of the Canada regional jet. So you can see that this is the ATR. Oh, sorry, not 5242. My bad. It's quite light, So this flight has a loss of $1,727 Airlinesim dollars, while the other one that's actually a bit more full has a loss of 2,266. So we are already making money on this one, despite the fact that this one is much more full. Well, much more full, about a couple passengers, but you get the gist. We will make a bit more on each of the flights. Now, I used the extra capacity to add an extra flight to Cape Town, which is pretty awesome. You can see that all of the flights are fully booked, and I increased the price slightly, so that helps. The original profit was 917 Airlinesim dollars. Now we're on, no, sorry, the original one was 845. Now we're on 917, and on this side it was okay already 165. So that's pretty good. We might actually increase. I'm thinking about increasing the to 350, the business class, because we're the only one who's offering it. So we might make some more on that one. So I just increased it by 20. I also started new flights to not Bloemfontein, but to, where is it? Port Elizabeth? No. Which was that? East London? Oh yeah, East London. I started new flights to East London. They're not doing really good, but I wasn't expecting a huge profit. External feeder, yeah. We might have to cancel this one eventually, because it's just losing us money. We're getting some feed, but not much. I'm gonna try to lower the price. Let's say 210, 220. We'll see what that does, but this flight will probably have to go. We might switch it for Cape Town. But most importantly, I started flights to Dar es Salaam. There's just one shuttle there, you can see, but it's getting some nice business class passengers, so that might work. And let's see if we can find some suitable partner in there. Tanzanian Wings. They're new, but I guess that might be better than nothing. Okay, well, let's do it. They have a lot of interlining contracts, so that might work. And I noticed that we had a new company starting in Mozambique. Is it still there, or is it already gone? No, it's still there. Wolfen Pial. Is it flying? No, it's not flying. So it's just a dummy company. Someone started it but is not using it. This is us. You can see that we have grown a bit already. And last news that I have for you guys are not really good. I received a message about the terminated interlining agreement with CA Portugal, as they stopped their flights to Mozambique. You can see that they're focusing on South America now. That is bad. We will lose some significant feed on that. However, I already contacted other companies in Portugal, and I'm now waiting for their message. Namely, I sent a message to Air Portugal 1, who have a huge capacity, and I think they could start a flight to us. They operate a lot of long haul flights already, so we'll see. They even have a what's it called? It's a parent company and subsidiary. Yeah, subsidiary in Azores, a small company there. So we'll see if they decide to help us. If not, I was thinking we might try to get our hands on 757, but there are some from time to time. However, as you might have guessed, they're quite expensive, and out of our week it would take at least 2 more weeks before we can even think about it. We're not gonna get any loan or anything, so yeah, screw that. If we try to get an Antonov, one of the things I was also thinking about, how expensive are, oh, they're almost as expensive as the 757. I think I was thinking about was that we could make a flight with a stop somewhere on the way. I'm not sure where, but it seems like a stop in either Nigeria or Ethiopia would be good, but preferably Nigeria. We would start a flight from Mozambique, fly to Nigeria, refuel, and then fly to Portugal and back. However, the problem is that we are getting quite a lot of people from Nigeria now. Wait, no, not Nairobi. I'm talking about Nigeria. And I show you Nairobi. So the flight is already full on this side. And almost full on the return. Which actually reminds me that I could increase the price here by slight amount. 460. But not on the return, as we are not getting enough. So that would be a bit tricky. I would have to fly, shadow it somehow. That because when you do that, people can all book flights from from Lagos to Maputo and back, and the other one would run empty because there would be no seats for the passengers from Portugal to Maputo. It would definitely be much better if we could get some other point for this, but I cannot see how. We could choose a dummy airport like, I don't know, Bangui, where we would definitely not get any passengers, and hope that the Portugal amount will be enough, but I'm not really sure. We might have to resolve to that if we can find a partner who would fly it for us, because I think there's a lot of money in that flight. Would 737-900 be able to fly it? I'm not sure how far it is. Let's check it together, shall we? Nope, it's too far. Too far. But I remember the 757 was able to do it. Well, because it's I see. It can. But not very well. Not very well, yeah, 71%. Would need something like extended range 767. Probably. And this one is way out of our league. 777, that will be even worse. Won't it? Won't it? Yeah. I'm not sure if we'll ever make it to such planes, but it's definitely worth a try. And that one would be good for us because we could shadow it in a way that would benefit us greatly. But so far, we're out of luck. It would take about 10 weeks, so that's about 2.5 months worth of real time before we would be able to get such a plane if we didn't do anything right now, just waited. Which is always an option, but, you know, that's not fun. Other thing would be to completely remake the company and get rid of most of the unprofitable flights. We could get rid of the Lagos, the Nairobi flight. We could get rid of, I don't know. Oh, these all make us money. But if we return, how much would we have to return to get a plane? How much do these cost? That's a, so we would have to return the Antonov and 2 Canada regional jets, and we could probably do it. Get a small 767. But that would mean losing a lot of connections. We would have to definitely lose Dar es Salaam, probably East London, Luanda, and some of the Cape Town flights. And also Lagos and Nairobi. But it's an option. What do you guys think? Would you go for it? I'm not sure if the 767 would even be a viable option. It would work. I'm not sure if it's a viable option. The 200 external extended range MPM Lisbon 767 200 extended range. If we jerked up the price a bit, because there will be demand, yeah, we would make a bit of money on the flight, but it's like 8,000 per day, and it's like 3,000 per. Wow, that's hardly worth it. If it was 125%, 20,000, that would be more interesting. 20,000, that's 40,000 per day. 757 would be much better. I don't know, 16 years old. Actually, it wouldn't. But I think at basic price, actually it wouldn't. Oh yeah, because it's, yeah, it can't make it properly. God damn it. So our best option would be a 767. Well, there you go. That's our answer. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this small update, and I'll get to you guys soon with some more things, probably after another week's closing. And I'm wondering what you guys will think about the plan to fly to Portugal. We have to find the money somehow, but I don't know where we could get that amount of cash, because bank won't loan us a dime.